So it looks like you guys are gonna be hanging out with me all day at home. I don't really feel like going anywhere. Um, I just got out the shower stretching. It went well, you know. Um, you gotta really put effort into it, man. You do. It took a long time for me to get um where I'm at, you know, and I don't know anybody that's in my shape that can do what I can do. There's obviously people out there, but not around me, you know. Which I'm looking to find people, you know, that are, you know, interested in yoga and the BMX life and sailing, you know, and computer stuff. So that's what I do, you know, and I haven't been able to find any friends that are into that type of stuff. You know, they might be into one thing, but they're not into all those things, you know. Um, yeah, I gotta clean up a little bit. I need to make some coffee. I need some caffeine. That's what I really need. Fucking gotta go through all this stuff. I don't want to do it. I don't even want to. It's like this. I paid $350 for this, man. This was $700 new. It was like $650. The only reason why I got the deal on it because of this right here. Which, if I wanted to, I could sand that down. You know what I mean? I could stain it, and it would be fine. But you know, you don't like it's real wood. You know what I mean? You don't see stuff like this. You know. So, you know, it's nice, man. You know, you just don't see stuff like that, man. It's hard. You go to like IKEA, you go to Walmart, even you go to these furniture stores. A lot of the furniture, the cheaper stuff, it's just pressed wood. You know, it's just particle wood that's glued together with laminate. You know, that stuff breaks easy. You know, this table is 300 years old, man. It's hand carved. You know. I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna sell it. I listed everything because I got to come up with $3,000 to make it down south. It costs about. I've been doing the studies. It costs about $3,000 to make it down the Appalachian Trail to walk the whole thing. And I'm gonna be biking it as well, so it's gonna be a little different for me than everyone else. And you know, I'm going to be recording too, so it takes these people about 3-4 months to walk the trail. Some people take 7 months. They take off work for 7 months, half the year almost, and they do this trail, you know, with their wife or husband. But they walk it too, you know. I'm going to be biking most of it. So it's really imperative I get a new bike soon. That bike I have is nice. It works great. It's not tall enough for me. I got it for a margarita in the first place. It's not tall enough for me. It's not light enough. It's definitely not durable enough. You know, the other day I rode off a log. I come down the hill. You guys see the video. I come down the hill and there was a tree that was laid down to go over over the water. So I rode on the tree. I hopped up on the tree, and when I got to the end of the tree, there was a little lip. When I hit it, I got about 5 feet of air. I got some height. I mean, I was up there, and I came down really, really hard, and the camera mount came down, and you can just tell that that bike isn't going to be able to handle what I'm about to be putting it through. So that bike is going to be put on top of the car, and then it's going to be for Margarita, because I'm going to have 2 bikes. It's going to be her bike, and then I'll have my bike, which is just going to be, it's going to be about the same size, just a little bit taller. The frame's going to be about the same size. It's just going to have a little different stance, you know. It's going to be more like this. And then I'm going to have wider handlebars. I need wider handlebars just a little bit. And they need to be taller. And then I'm probably going to go with 26 inch instead of 24. The 24 is good for like getting around the trails, you know. And it's good, you know. I prefer the 24 to be honest with you. For just everyday riding, but the 26 is probably where I'm gonna be. Either 26 or 28. Cause I noticed too when I ride on the rocks, when I start climbing on the rocks and stuff on this bike, um, it's not right. Plus, the brake line goes down on the bottom right here, which I ride a lot. I balance on this a lot on the crank and stuff and on the chain. Like I tear these bikes up, man. And I don't want to trash this bike for her, Um, you know, I got this on here for the bags. You put the grocery bags and you slip it right here, and the grocery, you don't gotta hold the bag, the bag just stays there. Um, and it's a good bike, man. It really is. It's a solid bike. I'm probably gonna put new forks on it, a different back wheel for her, and get some different handlebars for her. But I can't do none of that till she gets home. Till she sits on the bike, there's no reason for me to do any of that because I gotta have her sit on it, But yeah, you guys are gonna chill with me today. I got a lot of computer stuff to do. For some reason, nothing wants to work right. So, I really, really want Kali Linux, and the only problem, I'm having two problems with Kali Linux. One, Grub won't load, which makes me worried that my hard drive is going bad. Which that's probably what might be happening. I'm about to find out today. But I'm gonna download. Another problem I was having with Kali Linux is the mouse wasn't working. And I downloaded two distributions. The first one I downloaded was the offline distribution, which was 11 gigabytes. And then I downloaded the live boot version, which is right here. But Backtrack, like you used to be able to install Backtrack, it's Kali Linux now. It used to be called Backtrack. You were able to install a full Linux distribution from the live disk, which threw me off. It didn't have any way to install it. It was like, what? So the only other idea I have is to download the net installer, which is, it's here. It's just so I downloaded this one, which was a complete offline installer. This one's different though. It's on 11 gigabytes. I don't know. The mouse wasn't working, so I'm gonna attempt to go with the net installer, and see what happens because I have internet, I'm hoping the mouse works because if the mouse works right off the rip, it'd be nice. The net installer Linux distribution. Sorry, I'm lisping. The net installer Linux distributions are kind of nice sometimes because it reads all the hardware and then it fetches all the updates, like all the proper, software or, operating system, all the stuff it needs. It fetches all that stuff over the internet. So I'm hoping that will solve my problem. Because if this doesn't work, I don't know what else to do. I'm not going to be able to use Kali. Now I got to figure out if it's the hard drive or just get a new laptop. Which I really want to use that laptop. It's a good laptop. I'm using it as a workstation. It's a terminal for me. I can log into... I do a lot of command prompt work, a lot of terminal work. I type a lot. I'm developing, I'm logged into my servers and stuff. So, I don't need much, I don't need all that extra stuff. So the computer, it's okay that the computer's, slower. It's an older computer. It's actually a newer computer, but what I'm saying is it's don't got much resources. So, I just downloaded the torrent. So I gotta open transmission. Alright, yeah, that was quick. It downloaded before I even opened it. Usually I let it seed. What seeding is now that I have the file downloaded, other people are able to download for me. And that's what seeding is. Usually I let them seed, for a while, but there's so many people downloading this stuff. It's not like it's a random movie or a rare movie, that nobody has or, I like seeding. I used to actually set up. I used to have a computer just straight up for torrents and just torrent stuff, and I'd have all my movies. I'd seed them. I'd let people download for me. So sorry, neighbors. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and write this image, see what happens. So go to all applications, 'cause I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere in here. I'm gonna look for USB image writer. Bam, grab the ISO image. It should be in my downloads. Yep. So we're gonna use the net installer. I tried the 4.2 gigabyte one, live disk, but you couldn't install it. I thought it was stupid. So yeah, we're gonna run the Kali Linux net installer, and then we're gonna pick the USB flash drive, not the 4 terabyte. You don't want to do that. I gotta put in my password. Dude, these RoboCop, I'm telling you, man, these Ajaz RoboCop keyboards are the bee's knees, bro. They're nice. I don't really care for the like, you can see how the light turns and stuff. There's not that many options. There's this one. I like that one. I forget it's like FN. I don't know. I forget you can change it, you know. But there's not that many of them. There's only 3 of them. And this one's only white. I was hoping it was colored. But I like the white. It's solid. I have a keyboard to match this. But it's just, this is a cheap one, man. I only paid fucking like $30 for the keyboard and mouse. Keyboard was junk. I still have it. It works. I mean, it works fine. It works great. It's not like this, you know. It's not a nice mechanical keyboard. So we'll check just to make sure that the files are on there. It looks like we're good, man. Can always eject it. A lot of times it doesn't work. Sometimes it worked. So yeah, we removed it safely. I can pull it so I know that none of the files are corrupt. This thing is cool. You see, that's a little LED light, but it does like the stars, you know. You can adjust it and stuff. Margarita loves it. It's coming with me. You know, late at night, you know, this is on. The whole ceiling is lit up. It looks like little stars, you know, like the space. I used to have it over here in my room. We would, you know, sleep on the bed and it would be all in here. But I also had my computer in here at that time because my dad was staying here. I had my dad living back here. My dad was in the back room right here. Which is crazy because it's just weird not having him around. It's just weird not living with my dad, you know. My whole life I've been with him. We've always, you know, split rent or, you know, just lived together. We just always lived together. So it was frustrating because I had this whole office set up. I was getting a whiteboard. I was gonna put a whiteboard here against the wall so I can do my algebra studies and because I go to Full Sail University. I study algebra. I'm getting my science degree. So, but I also learned different languages. So I wanted to write, you know, like I'd pick one key word, right? And then I'd write it in 5 different languages. The main 5 languages I'm learning, which I'll be going over with you guys. I got to learn them for my ham radio license for traveling, you know, in maritime waters. So, yeah. The TV I think I'm going to keep too. Because I didn't pay anything for it, man. I didn't pay nothing for that TV at all. Nothing. And it works. I fixed it. And the power cord, the power cord where it was going into the TV, it was coming loose. It needed to be soldered. Whoever owned it, they put it on the wall, and I think the power cord was getting yanked on, so it was getting loose. And the lady just threw the TV out. She said it it cuts on and cuts off. She don't know what to do. She bought a new one. And she laid it down on the face, on the box. And it's funny because I was riding my bike right over here. I put that on my, listen, that is not easy to carry half a mile. I carried that half a mile. That's not easy. And I was on my bike. I rode about 4 or 5 blocks and I couldn't do it anymore. I got about a block down that way and I couldn't do it, dude. I was about to collapse. And everybody was like laughing at me and they're like, why would you pull a broken TV out the trash? I'm like, this bitch works. They're like, no, it don't. I'm like, my neighbors down there, they're like, who would throw out a brand new TV that works? I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, the lady said it cuts in and out. I was like, it works, man. I'm telling you, this bitch works. And they were making fun of me, and I fucking almost fell over, almost dropped the TV. And so I took the TV and I laid it on its back on the seat and the handlebars, and then I just pushed it the rest of the way. And people were making fun of me, man. I don't give a fuck. I looked up that TV, man. It cost almost $1,000 for that TV, man. And it's a 55-inch. You know, it has some marks on it, you know. It's probably for me. Honestly, for me carrying it on the bike, to be honest with you. This bitch is not light. Listen, this thing, look. It is not light. It's not a small TV. But I just, I had a Vizio right here. It was nice. And then I just lost the screen. I lost the screen at the pawn shop. I pawned it and I decided not to go get it because I didn't want to spend the money. And I'm leaving, and I love the screen. The screen's a great screen, but I got my use out of it and I only paid $150 for it, and I got basically $100 out of it from the pawn shop. So I only lost $50. So, and I can't carry all that stuff with me, man. I can't. I got too much stuff, man. Already, I do. I have too much stuff, so I gotta get rid of. I gotta pack all this stuff up and do my computer stuff today. I don't know what I'm about to do for lunch. I got the rice. I kind of want something else for lunch. Because I got that rice, I'm thinking about maybe going up to the store and buying one of those chicken broccoli fucking things you can just throw in the oven. And then I can just eat the rice with that, Because I know I'm going to go out. I know I'm going to get anxiety and I'm going to end up wanting to go for a bike ride today or something. I always do. There's those centipedes. The ones I tell you I don't like. It's in this can. I hate those things, man. They creep me out. I hate these things, man. They creep me out more than the spiders do. You're going outside, dude. I wanted to see the temperature. You go over there, bro. Alright, take off. Spiders, man, they like this place. Spiders and centipedes. I gotta go check the mail. And it's a little cooler out. What's funny is I looked at the time. I thought it was 10:30. It says 12:24. I'm retarded, dude. It's only like 9 o'clock in the morning. The time is wrong on my stove. So that other video, when I said it was 10:30, it was only 8:30. Threw me off. See if I got any mail. I'm still getting mail from my dad. It's funny. That's all it's for. The old man. I'm waiting for a gift card. I gotta... See, I'm gonna be doing this stuff with you guys. I'm gonna be making these videos. I do a lot of these things online where, you get gift cards, man. They send you $100 gift cards, $50 gift cards like Walmart and shit. And let me tell you, bro, I couldn't tell you how much money I made, man. I probably made over like 3-4 grand, dude. Just, $50, $100 over at a time, and you just go, you take these gift cards, you go up to Walmart and you buy what you need. But you gotta fill out the surveys, you gotta do the surveys and stuff. And then you gotta tie your email account. So what I do is I just make a separate email account that I use just specifically for this. So my email, my business email, my work email, what I use to communicate with everyone else, it isn't getting blown up or full, So I did one the other day. About they just ask you questions about like your household, like how much money did you make for the year? How many people sleep in your house? Does everyone smoke? Do you guys have state insurance? It'll ask you if anybody's on Medicaid. It'll ask you, did everyone graduate high school? If not, who graduated and who didn't? It asks you all types of stuff. It asks you how much money you spend on food a year. Do you claim taxes at the end of the year? It asks you like 300 questions, but they're legit places, man. You can find them and they send you gift cards. And when the gift cards come in the mail, I'll show you. That's the thing is, I just started making these videos, so it's hard for me to, tell you guys which ones work and which ones don't when I don't have the gift card anymore. I done spent the money, so I have one coming. If it does come in, I'll show you guys, how to do it. So, but they always change and stuff. And like scholarships as well. A lot of people, man, you get paid. Listen, I made a lot of money off scholarships, man. Going to school. A lot of people don't know too is Full Sail pays me not to go to school. Not to work. I go to school full time. When you go to school full time, their programs, their schooling, it's like a camp. I'm getting a 4-year degree in 3 years, so they really don't want you working, unless it's part-time, and you got to prove that you're not, you got to prove all this stuff. So that's another reason why I'm heading down to Florida as well. I'm going to be getting my degree down there, and I'm going to be getting my, my diploma down there. So, and I'll have access to all that computer equipment. It's Full Sail University. Listen. Full Sail University is probably one of the top universities to go to when it comes to computer stuff, the stuff that I'm into. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. There's many places out there, many places out there. I'm not saying that they're the best. I'm not saying that it's the only one you should go to. I'm just telling you that they got their hands in the game. So, yeah. So, yeah, you can tell this is Bondo. This was the only thing that I noticed on this truck that really bothered me was the hood. But I was gonna get a hood scoop anyways. I found a Holley hood scoop for fucking $500. It was an actual real steel. It's a real hood, and it's pressed, and it has a real hood scoop, and it's from Holley. They want $500 plus shipping, so it'd probably be like $700 to get it home. But the only reason why I haven't ordered it is because I've had bad experience ordering body parts. A lot of times when you order body parts on the internet, you get them, they're fucked up. They're all dented up. They're not nice. So that's why I didn't buy it. I was looking for one that, like on Facebook, somebody just had off their shit. I really don't want to sell this truck, man. This truck's solid. I was redoing it. It's gonna get a new hood, all that stuff. I had the winch for it. I sold the winch. I had everything for this truck to get it together. But plans change, Things change. Don't want to sell it, man. I'm telling you, I don't want to sell it. Margarita's gonna be hurt. It's gonna fuck her up. It is. It's gonna fuck her up. This is her truck. But, you know, it is what it is. I'll buy her another one. I'll buy her a nice one. I really wanna find one that is, I really wanna find an Escalade, to be honest with you. An Escalade, like a 99. Because they didn't make it in 2000. They skipped 2000. They had that square body style. They changed the front end and the body a little bit and came out with the Escalade, and then which was 99, and then 2000 they didn't make it at all, and then 2001 they rolled out with the Escalade, and then 2002 is when they changed the whole truck itself, the whole body style, everything. They went from they stopped making that truck. Well, they still made it, but they didn't make it here in the United States. So, yeah, a lot of people don't understand this stuff. You gotta do the research on Wikipedia, you know, to learn all that stuff. So, but yeah, I'm hoping that gift card comes in tomorrow. That'd be nice. That's $100. Go buy some groceries. That's the hardest thing, really, is keeping groceries when you travel. It's cool, all the stuff I put outside. They took everything but those two things. I had bikes out there. I had the sleds out there. I put almost a brand new pair of Jordans that I had that got dirty. I accidentally I got forced to wear them, actually. I got forced to wear them at work. My feet were fucked up. And they got dirty, so I didn't want to keep them, man. They kind of reminded me of some bad shit, so at work. I didn't want to think about that job. So I put them out there. They took those too. They took everything but those pair of shoes and those two tables. Well, one's a drawer, actually, and the other one's just a TV stand. Well, it's a TV stand that rotates, which was kind of convenient. It was nice to have. I think I got a hit left in my wax. I think. About to find out. Be nice if I did have it. That'd be really nice. I'm pretty sure I do. 'Cause usually I throw them out when they're empty. There, see? Yeah, look at that. I got one. That's actually a big hit. That's one big ass hit. And I'm about to take it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I need it. And then do some computer work, do some Bible study. Y'all gonna be hanging out with me all day today. I'm just gonna upload video after video. I don't give a fuck. Y'all gonna hang out with old Retrospect today. So yeah, we're just chill, smoke, hang out. Talk about God, talk about Jesus, do computer shit. If I get rowdy, I might go let off a round or two. I don't know, we'll see. My neighbors might be a little mad. The one's deaf, so he wouldn't even know. The only neighbors I'd be worried about are the neighbors behind me. But I know if I let that fucker off, that bitch is in a rack. Dude, that gun is loud. You know when that motherfucker goes off. I want to shoot the slugs that are in it. I haven't shot the slugs in it yet. I need to go get some more rounds, actually. That's another thing I gotta figure out too is, maritime laws and stuff, like what countries I'm gonna be mostly in, chartering, so. Because most people, people when they charter, they're gonna want to be in the Caribbean most of the time, warm waters and stuff. So it's really important that I get out there and I start making connections with people, So Yep. That was a good one. I haven't got one like that in a while. That was nice. It sucks. Now it's gone. I like the UK cheese, but it don't last long. That's the only thing I don't like about the $10 waxes. And the way they extract them is a little rough. But it was either spend $60 on bud, on those joints you've seen, or an 8, and then get a $30 wax, or I can get the bud, the flower. I can get this $10 wax, and then I get a $10 or $15 cartridge. Which the cartridges, I like having them for emergency, man, and for traveling. Because, one, they don't really reek like weed. They don't smell, like I can hit it. And I'm not going to smell like I just fucking smoked a fucking tree, So, when I'm out and about around kids and stuff, or like, I'm in a, professional setting, I can hit it and be professional, I'm not, they don't even know I'm smoking weed, But, and it also, it lasts too, so, I got this cartridge right here. I run out of weed, this will last me the whole day, if not to the next day, until I can re-up. So that's why I get them. So actually, I gotta charge it, now that I think about it. But I try to keep 2 cartridges. I usually keep an 8 and a cartridge in my safe for emergencies, but I've been kind of riding thin, man. I'm telling you, I've been riding, it's getting close. That's why, I've been getting everything in order and I'm making the YouTube. It's time. I know it's time. It's time to get this, money. It's time to do this, help people. It's time to share my story, my beliefs, which are good beliefs. I know for a fact that what I speak about and what I teach is going to help a lot of people. And I know this because I've been doing it on my Facebook for more than half a year now. And I've had many, many people already writing me. They write me. They mail me letters to my house. So, which I can prove. I'll show you. It's crazy, man, It blows my mind that I get this stuff. People are actually asking me for guidance and stuff. It blows my mind. I'll show you guys somewhere around here. I packed up here. Remember, I've been packing up. Probably put it. I don't know what box I put it in. But they even, I've even been invited to write a movie, and the movie's called Rose, and it's about him and his wife, and my story about me and Margarita, how we met. I've been talking about it on Facebook for about a half a year now. When I find it, I'll show you guys. I don't feel like just tearing up the house right this second, I don't. And there's no reason for it, because I know what I'm speaking about is true. I don't have to prove anything to anybody, But it'll all be shown on here anyways, so it is what it is. But yeah, I'll just charge that. I think it's in this. No, those are bank papers. It's somewhere around here. With all my other paperwork, I just can't think of where it's at. Because I emptied all my drawers and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. But, that hit was pretty hard. I can feel I'm pretty stoned too. So, I know I did get that nut installed. We did check that, so I'm probably just gonna go do that. Yeah, we definitely transferred it. I know we transferred it, because I was just talking about it. I told you guys how to show. I showed you guys. So yeah, Let's go find that USB. I think it's in my pocket. Maybe, possibly. Why is it down there? Oh, there's 2 pockets in these shorts. That's why. These shorts are pretty cool, man. These Hurley shorts, they got a little hidden, like this little zip-up pocket right here. I'll show you. So you got your regular pocket, and then you got a little zip-up pocket, which is nice, because they're kind of like swim trunks. And you can put like your wallet there, and it won't fall out. Like, I've always had that problem with swim trunks, you know, or like putting my phone. It's just, it doesn't feel right. I don't know. It's not like when you wear jeans and you put your phone, you know, in your pocket when you're wearing jeans. So when having that little zipper, it feels more secure, you know? Like I'm not gonna lose my phone. That's why I like to wear them a lot. I really like, when I buy clothes, I really, really, really like look for stuff like that. Cause I travel so much, and I have so much stuff on me constantly, like all these electronics and stuff. You know, like cargo pants, all that stuff. I spend a lot of money on clothes, man. That's another thing that hurts me. You know, I gotta spend, you know, and it's not because I want the stuff, because I want to look good. It's because I need it. It's got the extra pockets, or, you know, the thermal, you know, it's warmer, you know. That's why I show you guys all this stuff. That's why I said, like, Dry Fit. It doesn't matter what brand, you just get Dry Fit. Alright. I want to close this because it's the way it's reflecting on the phone. I don't know what's better, this one? Yeah, that's better. You guys can somewhat see me now. So, yeah, I'm gonna go try to do that. I'm hoping this. Oh shit, and I dropped the phone. So, I'm hoping this nut install works, man. I'm about to find out. Let's see. I don't know what's gonna happen. I've been having a lot. There's no such thing as luck, by the way. So if I ever say bad luck or good luck, I'm just saying it. It's not. There's no such thing. If you believe in Jesus and you believe in God, and you know what I know, there's no such thing as luck. You're blessed. We're all blessed. Whether you believe you're blessed or not, you're blessed. Because you're alive. You have a life that God gave you, whether you're conscious of Him or not. So yeah, it already doesn't see my mouse, so it's already looking bad. I'm about to just try to run Linux again, Linux Mint, man. I might try to use like a smaller like XFCE or something. See if Linux Mint has XFCE. I believe they do. I know they have mint. I know they have cinnamon and mate. Those are what I used last time. I think they do. I'm sure. I know they have XFCE. Yeah, they do. They do. I'm gonna try it though. Because I can always update it if I can get through it and actually installs. I can always update it. You know, I'll find the driver for the mouse. I'll just go plug in another mouse real quick. But for some reason, every time I try to install it, I don't want to. It sees the hard drive, it shows the hard drive, so I'm not understanding, and I don't know, it's pissing me off. That's all I do know. Bullshit. And I love Linux. I'm trying to show you guys how good Linux is, and then it's doing this. That's what's funny. But you guys know, man. Most people know. If you know Linux, you know that Linux is the shit. Oh, free fly. I go use the fucking mouse. Stupid of me. Alright. Ask me for my username. I put in a username. Go ahead. So the stuff that it asked me before, it just asked me to name my computer. I named it FreeFly, and then it asked you for a work group, which is normally, like if you had like a .org or, some type, like you're setting up like a business network, you would want to put that name down or whatever either you put the name that they had before or you make a new name. But you got to make sure when you set up that stuff, you know what you're doing and you plan it out. And you might have to come up with, like your own code or your own series of numbers or, it just depends, you could use the alphabet, you could use numbers, you could use symbols, you could use different characters. It's all whatever you want, really. I mean, if you want to be technical. So yeah, now it's asking me to make a password, so I'm gonna enter a password. Hopefully it sets up, man. Then they ask you, to configure the clock. You just, Central Time, Eastern Time, that type of stuff. I'm in Detroit, so I'm gonna go Eastern. And then I want to use the entire disk. Normally you can go to manual, and then these are the partitions I was talking about in another video. You can see how it sets it up. It's 125 gigabyte SSD hard drive in there, but only 123 of it gets put as ext4, which is that's the file format that it uses. Linux uses. Windows uses NTFS and FAT32. ext4 is Linux, and a lot of times Mac uses HFS, but they have different volumes, different formats. You can learn all that stuff as you learn it. If you don't already know it, you'll learn that stuff as you get into computers. You can see I've talked about swap in another video. There's a gig swap, and then usually they keep a little bit of free space for the master boot record, usually, which is wherever they put it. And then it has this too. They usually put the master boot record on. Like, you can actually have it set on the beginning of the disk and at the end of the disk, but that is really no concern anymore because it doesn't have a physical hard drive no more. So back in the day, a hard drive used to spin. Even today, if you buy an older hard drive or one that spins like that, it's like a record player. So, or a CD player, it has to have an eye or an arm to move back and forth, to burn the data and read the data. So, the computer can only go as fast as that physical arm, in a sense, because that arm is the slowest part of the computer. So that's the bottleneck. That's the slowest part. And it's physical. So, electricity, a solid state flash drive, obviously, moves at the speed of light. That's why they're so fast. Back in the day, they were expensive. They weren't cheap like they are today. But you used to be able to put, like the operating system at the beginning of the hard drive and the master boot record right where the arm is, when it's off. The arm doesn't go out, it sets in. So you'd put it on, the beginning of the hard drive. That way it would read immediately. And you'd, burn it to those sectors. And those are sectors too, you were able to, like, those sectors would go bad because they're magnetic, and they're burned on with electricity. So those sectors would go bad. You'd have to run a program like HDAT or HDAT2 that would fix that sector or would lock it out. So if you had, for instance, a 10 gigabyte hard drive and, some bad sectors went bad, you'd run that HDAT2 program, it would repair it, it would block off those sectors, it would become a smaller hard drive. It might be like a 9 gig hard drive, for instance, But you don't really have to deal with that anymore with SSDs. So, SSDs are flash, so you really just have to worry about write cycles. And to have a 128 gigabyte flash drive back in the day, that was crazy. Like, just even the thought of that was just like, what? No way, But the stuff they have today, it's not. You know, in Japan, they have wars. That's serious. These companies have wars. They all the time they're setting world records to see, what computers can crunch the numbers. They have built computers, supercomputers. Fuji built one that they were just recently the number one, but then I think the United States just beat them again. It was some university or something, I think. You can go check this stuff out on Wikipedia, it's not hard to Google all this stuff, But I'm gonna go back, partition this again, because I want to just use guided. I don't want to sit there, and because I'm just using the whole entire disk. I'm just making one partition, because the hard drive is really small. It's only 128 gigabytes, and I ran into a problem where, like, if I make a home partition, the files when I'm transferring them over from the GoPro, they're too big, for the home partition. So that's why I'm just using the whole entire disk, just making one root partition, one the system and the home file folders and pictures and all that. They're just gonna be all one system, one folder, one directory. So, and hopefully it works this time. And then it asks you if you where do you want to install it to. You don't want to install it to the flash drive because that's what we're booting off of. You want to install it to the hard drive, and it says 125.1 gigabytes. You hit enter. Yeah, all files in one partition. Just boom. That's recommended for new users too, if you're new. So, and then finish to see if it works. I don't know. We'll see. This is where I've been running into a problem. I think the hard drive might be going bad, which is stupid because the SSD hard drive card, it's soldered to the board, and I mentioned I don't have the equipment right now to do it, and then I would have to go buy another hard drive. What's stupid is I have 128 gigabyte. That's good over there by that other computer. I opened it up to see if I could put it in. I didn't even have a slot for it. It was only $50, And I didn't even know it was a TravelMate B. The guy listed it. It was just like small Acer computer, and he listed like some specs, and that was it. But it was $50. I'm like, and it was like new. It looked new, and it was small. That's what I wanted. I needed it. It has to be small. I'm carrying this on my back, man. Jumping gaps, 10 foot, 15 foot gaps sometimes, man. 10 foot is a pretty big gap. If you look 10 feet's big. Most of them I'm hitting are only 5. I'll show you guys some of the stuff I've been hitting. It's hard to find that stuff around here though. That's